Dr. Jose Cordeiro, thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview. I know, where are you in the world right now? You travel so much I can't keep track of you.
Well, this week I am in Madrid, Spain, talking about indefinite lifespans, longevity, and radical life extension.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, you're a great ambassador. So you were at RadFest last year. What did you enjoy most about RadFest last year?
Well, it was a fantastic fest of science, art, and the future in general. So I really love it. And as you know, I love to scream, Viva la Revolución! Because we are fighting a revolution against aging and death. This is truly the mother of all revolutions,
It
the
is.
revolution against aging and death. And we are actually, for the first time in human history, very close to reaching our goal to live indefinitely.
Exactly. Well said. Yeah, and this, like you said, it's a fight against aging and death, and we're not. What's so great about that is we it gives a higher purpose for human beings. Instead of fighting each other, we should be fighting aging and death. That's our worst enemy. And as people recognize that, don't you think that's going to help elevate the human consciousness?
Yes, of course. And the biggest problem in humanity is suffering, aging, and that is what we have to tackle. And that is the common enemy of humanity, how we all age and how we can all together discover how to stop this horrible process, this horrible suffering for humanity, and then make us live happier, healthier, longer lives.
Well, yeah, beautiful. Well, you were one of the highlights at RadFest last year. I mean, it was really great hearing you and feeling your enthusiasm. What got you into? I mean, what compelled you to help in aging and death?
Well, personally, I was in coma 3 days. I had a cerebral malaria and I was almost dead. In fact, in coma for 3 days. So when I came back to life, I realized, how fragile our lives are, but that thanks to science and technology, we can actually cure aging and live longer, better lives, and also be aware that we have to move from our weak bodies into better bodies.
Wow, wow, I love that. So, uh, yeah, do you think that from what you said here, that I know just a few years back, as things were not where they were even today. I mean, it was things were still seemingly to all of us, we had a lot of resistance still. Things were moving pretty slow, it seemed like. But do you think now things are really happening in a way that we're going to be manifesting new age reversal technologies here real soon?
Yes, the changes are exponential. They are not linear.
Exactly.
So what happened in the last 10 years is not similar to what will happen in the next 10 years. It is similar to what will happen in the next 1 year. So things are truly accelerating. For
Yes.
example, in September in 2016, after RadFest 1, Microsoft announced that they plan to cure cancer in 10 years. This is Microsoft, one of the biggest companies in the planet, announced 1 month after Rad Festival 2016 that they plan to cure cancer in 1 decade. So many other companies are realizing that this is possible. Again, Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook, and his wife, who is a medical doctor, Priscilla Chan, who studied biology at Harvard, they said that they are going to cure all diseases, including aging, in 1 generation. This is
It
fantastic.
is fantastic.
People, so important that lead companies like Facebook, Microsoft, Google are realizing that aging can be cured. Google is doing the same with Calico, California Life Company. So we're living in magical times, and we are going to see magic, particularly in terms of our health, our longevity, and indefinite lifespans.
I like that definition, magic, but real magic.
Of course.
On that note, I don't know if you saw this, but researchers clash over whether humans can live forever. This was in USA Today, that top newspaper, one of the top newspapers in the United States. So it shows how now things is on the front page, and so this shows how things are beginning to really go more into the public arena and become more mainstream. So
Yes,
yes,
absolutely. But you know, I am fairly convinced that that this is possible. Why?
yes,
Because there are good cells that do not age. Germinal cells in our bodies, they do not age. They are biologically immortal,
yeah,
which it does not mean that they cannot be killed or that they cannot die if they don't have food and water. So germinal cells can die, but they do not biologically age. And the same with cancer. Cancer cells do not age. Cancer discovered how not to age. So the proof that this is possible is that it already happens in good cells and in bad cells that do not age. Also, more important, there are complete organisms, small organisms, but complete organisms like hydras, medusas, some corals that do not age, that they can live indefinitely. So that is the proof that it is possible because it already happens. And I am an engineer from MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. We like to solve problems, you know. When we see a problem, and also if we know that it can be solved, that is important, then we try to do it faster. So I truly think this is exciting. We live in the best time to be alive, because if we live long enough, we will be able to live forever.
yeah, I love it. That's what this movement is all about: to solve the problems, not create new problems. Right? So you're coming to RadFest and going to be speaking there. I'm very excited to hear you again. Why do you think people should come to RadFest?
Oh, this is the biggest event in the world about longevity, and how we might be able to live very soon, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years indefinitely. So, what is the most important thing in your life? I think it is your own life
There you
and the
go.
life of your relatives, your loved ones. So, if you want them to live, if you want to live longer, then you have to come to RadFest. Again, this is just the beginning of a planetary movement, and it will take place in San Diego, California, a beautiful place with beautiful people, with beautiful ideas, and with beautiful science and technology.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for that. So, what is there anything else you'd like to add before we close this interview that I haven't asked you?
Yes, we live in magical times. In the next 20 years, we are going to see more changes than in the last 2 millennia. So this is accelerating. This is moving fast. So, as I love to say, Viva la revolución!
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you soon at RadFest. Okay, bye bye.
Fantastic. See you.